Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to another video on Starseed Academy. My name is Jenny. So today we're going to be talking about how to leave the 9 to 5 behind. So many of you requested this video, especially in the comment section of the last video that went up, the 2022 year energy report. So we talked quite a bit. We talked about a lot in that video. It was long, but if you haven't had a chance to check that video out yet, the 2022 energy report, please check it out. There's so much valuable information within that video. And in that video, I asked you, do you need more help with this, letting go the 9 to 5? And everybody was definitely on board with getting some more information on how to unplug from that program. So this is because the 9 to 5 program is what is holding back most awakened souls at this point. It's crazy. It is just so deeply ingrained, though. It is so deeply ingrained that awakened souls, like their last connection to the 3D timeline is this 9 to 5 program, where they are afraid to let go of their jobs. They are afraid to step into being the creators of their own abundance and trusting in themselves to do that. And I know that it's really scary. I've been through that exact process myself, and we're going to talk about how to do that today. So if that's what's holding you back, then this video is for you. Make sure that you grab some paper and pen. You might want to take notes for this because we're going to move through a lot of the points quickly. As you're grabbing that pen and paper, I'll just say to everyone else, to please remember to like this video, to share this video, and to subscribe for new videos every Sunday. I don't really know what's going on with the lighting. See, it keeps changing. I don't know if it's because I'm moving. I don't know. Hopefully that's not going to irritate you too much. I have also seen already 2 orbs. One went by really strongly here and another one here. I'll try to include them, edit them into the video at the beginning, maybe so you can see it, because I hadn't started talking yet and I saw it. And you know when that happens? Side note, whenever I go to start one of these videos, I've already meditated, downloaded the information that I want to talk about, but right before going to film, I'll do a little silent prayer, help me be of service, help me set people free, help me help the awakened souls, the star seeds and the light workers, really help me, Baba, which is my name for source, help me to show up and be of the best service that I can. And then whenever I do those little prayers, when I'm watching the editing afterwards, there's always orbs like crazy during those moments when I'm connecting. So it's just more confirmation that we truly are connecting to the higher realms. It's so beautiful. All right, so hopefully you're back with your pen and paper. We're going to jump in now. So 9 to 5 programming, yes, that's what's holding most people back from their earth mission, from their soul purpose, from their highest timeline, from freedom, and keeping them really connected to that 3D timeline. It is so deeply ingrained. I think maybe the most deeply ingrained program of 3D, because it is so, it's inside everybody. And why does it exist? Why do you think the 9 to 5 programming exists? Because the matrix of the 3D world is very programmed. There's a lot of programming and coding. And when I say it's been installed or deeply ingrained within you, I mean that it's like a strong belief system within you. When you're born, it's already within you because we pick up on the collective energy. And then our family instill that more and more and more. And we see it and we believe it to be the only possibility, the only truth, right? So it's very deeply ingrained. But why do you think it exists? So there's a couple of answers that I can feel that you're going to say. One of them being for control, right? To control people. And that's probably really true, more true than we realize, I bet, because it controls people. It keeps the population under control. It keeps them busy. It keeps them busy from Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. Now, of course, your job might be a different schedule. It doesn't have to be 9 to 5 to be included in the 9 to 5 programming, which is just the title for that you have to work 40 hours a week or more. You have to have a job to be a member of society, that you have to have a boss and a schedule and do what they say, and then you receive your payment for that is money, right? So that's the programming that I'm talking about, that it's so deeply ingrained that we believe it's what keeps society moving, going around, and healthy, right? So one of the reasons why it might exist is that control. It would keep people busy for sure. You can see why that would be very helpful to the people in control, to the forces in control, to keep humans, souls, from awakening. They're so busy, they don't have time to do anything else. And then by the time the evening comes around, who has the energy to pursue like their own dreams and goals and passions? Not many people. You're exhausted by the end. Or by the time the weekend finally comes around and you've just worked all week, who then has the time, right? So the people that break free of this 9-to-5 program are the people that make the time and are so determined to break free of it. So it does take work. It's not just like that. It takes a lot of consistency and work to make this happen. You have to want it really badly, but it can be done. And we're going to talk about the steps to break you free of this program. You can remove it from you. You can remove the belief. You can unplug from the 9-to-5 program. You can completely change your life if you follow the steps that we're going to outline in this video. But I just want to talk one more thing. Why does this program exist? So maybe control, but another reason, I feel like a more high vibrational reason, and it feels true, is that because Earth is a school, and a lot of the purpose of Earth is to help us to break free of things like that. Like for me, I see in my childhood how I had so many programs. One of the strongest ones was like a religious programming that I had to break free of to find freedom, to give myself freedom, to be free to be myself and use my gifts and step outside of that very contained box of what was supposed to be evil and a sin or divine and all of the rules about how to connect with God and everything. Like that was that's another really powerful program. Like the 9-to-5 is really powerful and the religious programming is super powerful, though that one is losing sway as we move like along. A lot of younger people aren't falling for that. So it's not as powerful, but it still exists within a lot of people. So those programs, they exist for a reason. They do exist for control, for sure. But the higher reason of that, the higher perspective of that is for you to learn something. It's a lesson. It's school. Earth is a school. We are learning lessons. We are breaking free of programming. We are finding our strength, finding our voice, finding our gifts, finding ourselves. We chose to come here with like a blank slate of not knowing who we were, and then had to like go through all of these difficult experiences and programming to push us into the remembrance of who we truly are, to push us into finding what we really need to be happy. So a lot of these programs assist us with that as well. So in what way then is it an illusion? Because money is real and exists. And if you want to live on Earth and have food or clothing or a roof over your head, you do need money. That's not really an illusion. I mean, that's true. So where is the illusion within the 9-to-5? Okay. What is the lie? What is the illusion here? Okay. So I'm waiting for you. Like, what do you think before I tell you what I think? What do you think? What's the illusion part of that program? What part is the lie? Because if money is real and we do need it to live here on Earth, then where's the lie? Where's the illusion? Oh, I just saw another giant orb went this way. Oh my God, this is a new tapestry behind me. And I don't know, it makes it really obvious because it's a bit dark. I'm seeing all of these beautiful orbs. So cool. I wonder if you guys saw that too. Anyway, sorry, so distracting, but beautiful. Okay, here's the illusion part of the 9-to-5. The illusion part is that the 9-to-5 programming is telling you that the abundance and the money comes from outside of you, that you are not the creator of it, right? And so that's where then you have to go find someone who will give it to you. And oh my gosh, so much, like the last job that I had was so beautiful in lessons. Like it was so rich in lessons because I was working for this amazing, amazing woman who was an entrepreneur. And I saw that because it wasn't such a big corporation, it made the lessons and made the 9-to-5 programming a lot more obvious, because I saw that she just was working on her dreams, creating her business, working on her dreams. And then because she was doing that, she had this money and she was going to give me some of that money to help her with her dreams. Right? So that's beautiful. But what I realized was if she can do that, and create this money herself and have this enough to then hire people to help her, then I can do that too. And maybe not everybody has the dream of being an entrepreneur, but I definitely had the dream of being my own boss and being free. I wanted to be free. I wanted to not have to answer to anyone about my own schedule. I needed to be like a free agent, right? So I know a lot of awakened souls and starseeds and light workers, they feel that they need to be free. They literally need it, or they are very anxious, very sad, and very depressed. And this video is for you because I get that. I was there. I felt so controlled by it and contained by it, even though it was a beautiful experience. The program itself ruined it for me. I can't exist within that. So that's the illusion, is that I had to go to this other person. Can I have some of your money, please? And then I'm going to work really, really hard for you. Well, why wouldn't I just then work really, really hard for myself and have my own money? Like, it didn't come from nowhere. She got it. She didn't have a boss. She didn't need to, government, corporate. Nobody was giving it to her. She was creating it from following her dreams. And I was like, well, wait a minute. I have all these dreams. I have all these dreams. I have all this work ethic. I have all of these talents and skills. Like, wait a minute. Okay. So that was like a real light bulb moment for me. So I want you to see that you are the source of everything. You are the source of everything. You are a master creator, and you are creating your life right now. You are creating your life through everything that you think, everything that you speak with your words, everything that you believe. Those three things, your thoughts, your words, and your beliefs, are the creator codes that you send out. So right now, today, you're actually creating your tomorrow, because there's a bit of a delay. So what are you doing today? You can tell what kind of a day you're going to have tomorrow. What kind of a mood were you in? What kind of words and language were you using? What kind of thoughts were you having? Was it a lot of anxiety racing thoughts, or was it a lot of, yeah, like, I got this, like confident, beautiful, supportive thoughts? That's the kind of day you're going to have tomorrow and in the weeks to come. You are a master creator. So everything is created in your life. Your reality, all of it, is just reading the codes that you're sending out. And the codes, again, are your thoughts, your beliefs, and the words that you speak. But they really matter. You can't just do it 90%. You've really got to commit, okay? You can't just half believe in it and expect it to work, because then the frequency isn't there, because it's a frequency thing. You really, truly have to believe in what you want to create and what you want to come true. And we'll talk more about that in a second here. But I want you to know that reality is very flexible. Reality is so flexible. Time is very flexible. And it will rebound and recenter around the new coding being sent to it by its creator. So it will always, no matter how long it was on this course or this path, as soon as it receives new coding sent to it by its creator, you're the creator. You know what the coding is now. As soon as your reality starts to receive something new, it will rebound and recenter. And it is constantly updating, just like a computer program. Like, these are real programs, and they constantly update. You can unplug or uninstall them. You can reinstall new ones, and they will constantly be upgrading themselves instantaneously to the coding that you're sending. Okay, so time is flexible. Reality is flexible, and they are flexed by the coding you sent. So a lot of this is in the video. So I'm going to link this video up at the end, and it's called You Are the Blueprint and the Architect. And that was a really powerful video that I did on this channel only maybe 2 months ago, maybe not even, I don't even know. What is time? It was so powerful, and it goes really deeply into the coding part, the coding and the programming. So it would be a great one to watch after this. If you're really serious about leaving the 9-to-5 behind, you need to watch that video next, right after, okay? And keep taking notes. Okay, so the thing about your coding is that nobody can change it but you, because you're the only creator of it. So nobody can go inside your head and change your thoughts or beliefs or the words that you speak or that you hear, like the thoughts playing in your head. Nobody can change that but you. So it has to be you. Nobody can save you. Nobody can change your reality but you. Now, there are like manipulations, brainwashing, suggestive, like marketing and media and all of that that can influence you. And that's how things like the 9 to 5 program are built in the first place. All of these suggestions, and then all of these people buy into it. And the more people that buy into it, the stronger the program gets. And then it gets so deeply ingrained that it almost feels like a part of you, but it's not. You can uninstall it. You absolutely can. Okay. So I want you to think about now, when is the last time that you manifested something? Because if you're an awakening soul or awakened, consider yourself an awakened soul. If you're a starseed or a light worker, then you probably know what the law of attraction is, right? And I think a lot of us started there. Like that seems to be the beginning of most people's spiritual journeys. Not everybody, but a lot of us started out by reading the book, The Secret. That's an old classic. It is easy, like it's a simple read, okay? Like now that we've gotten so much further along into like quantum mechanics and realities and parallel universes and all of those things that we now understand, it does seem like a simple read, but there's power in it. So if you have not read the book, The Secret, I really encourage you to do so. I think there's also a movie. It's a documentary about the book where they have on a lot of the people that spoke in the book and they talk. I found it to be not as powerful as the book itself. So I would always suggest like the actual book. And like as you're reading it, highlight it, study it, write things down. Like it really does make a big difference. Like it's got a power to it. The person that created that the intention was to set people free. So if you're trying to set yourself free, that is a great book. And if you've already read it, but it was so long ago, maybe return to the basics. You know what I just remembered? We talked about this in the 2022 year energy report. We talked about this. I channeled a message where I think it was the Galactic Federation we were channeling at that point, because there was a few different messages that came through, but I'm pretty sure it was them. And they said, get back to basics, get back to how manifestation works. And here we are. Like, it's so amazing how things align. Here we are in the next video talking about, I think you should reread The Secret. Like, yes, exactly. So we're definitely on track. Okay, so try to remember when the last time that you manifested something was. So when you did that, how did it make you feel, right? And before, like as you're manifesting it, what were the steps that you used? Because you made a choice to create it. There's a choice. At some point you make a choice. You decide, okay, this is what I'm going to make. I want this. I'm going to have this. I'm going to create this. You made a choice. You made a decision. You got excited. You know, you started really like getting excited about it, being grateful, getting like, it's going to happen. Oh my God, I just can't wait. I can't wait. Then you believed in it so much that you kept out doubt. So every time doubt tried to come in, you're like, no, but it is going to happen. No, I'm not going to listen to that doubt. So this was a strong decision and choice that you made to believe in it so much that you could push out doubt. And to continue to believe that it was on its way to you, that it was meant for you, that it was showing up in your life, that it was already there. And then you prepared for it. Emotionally, you can prepare. Physically, you can prepare as if it's already happened. Those things that you did worked. So you know how to be a creator and you know how to manifest. And this isn't different. You're trying to what? Manifest a stream of money into your life. It's not different. Money is not hard to manifest. It's not. And people used to say that and I would get angry. If that triggers you, like there's a belief. Remember, triggers are arrows pointing to the beliefs that are ready to be released or healed. If that triggers you when I say money's easy, like money's easy to manifest. Like it's so easy once you figure it out. If that used to trigger me. And what did that tell me? That told me that I had a belief that said the opposite, like money's difficult to come by. And that's because my parents used to say things like, my dad especially, he would say things like, you have to work like a dog to make ends meet, and rich people are greedy. Like that's harmful beliefs, because then how are you ever not going to have that reality? You're going to also, if you believe that, have to work like a dog, and you're going to think that being rich is greedy, so you're never going to be rich, right? So those are not supporting you. So there's so much to this. There's looking within at the beliefs that you have within and the programming, and like the easiest way to know what's going on inside is to look at the outside. Like look at right now your relationship with money. How much is in your bank account? How much savings do you have? How do you feel about your situation? Do you feel safe? Do you feel excited? Is money fun? And if not, then that outward reality is the outer mirror of the inner beliefs, thoughts, the coding that we talked about, the thoughts, the words you speak in your beliefs, the coding. So you can tell what kind of coding you have by looking at your outer reality. Okay, so now I want to talk to you about how I broke free. Okay, so how I broke free, there's multiple things that I did, and I used them all together to break free of this 9 to 5. The first thing that I did was I became abundance. What does that mean? It means I brought my frequency up to what I felt like abundance would feel like. What does it feel like? How would I feel? What does it vibe like? I would bring myself up. I would hold it inside of my body. That frequency of abundance, I would get there and then hold it inside for as long as possible and then continue with that process. How I did that is, I know I've talked about this before, it's such a weird way to do it, and you can do it a different way, but I would walk outside because I'd love to go for walks in the woods. I would walk through the woods and I would say, I am abundance. But I would say it in different ways and I would feel it, like I would test it and really like allow my emotions, allow it to flow through me. So I would be like, I am abundance. How did that feel? I would think to myself. And then I'd be like, I am abundance. I am abundance. And I would try different inflections and I would just be walking through the woods saying it over and over and over. And I felt the frequency like rising, like into states of joy, bliss, like I am abundance. I am abundance. And I was like having so much fun at the same time. And so I'm just literally going for a walk through the woods, saying over and over in different ways and feeling it. I am abundance. 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 I am it. I feel it. I am it. I am abundance. I am abundance. Abundance exists within me. I am abundance. And like any ways that I could like just feel it. I used the words, I used the coding to pull that frequency from the ethers down into my body and hold it. And I felt it in my heart, in my solar plexus, in my mind. I felt myself lifting up and rising up with it. It's a very high and beautiful frequency abundance. It feels like gratitude. Like gratitude is, I always say gratitude is the doorway to abundance. So that's another powerful way, is to move into the space of gratitude. So if you have trouble with becoming the frequency of abundance, then become the frequency of gratitude if that's easier for you. And do both if you really want to move things quickly. How do you become the frequency of gratitude? You think about all the things that you're thankful for. You use your words. Speaking out loud is very powerful though. So speak out loud. Oh my God, thank you so much. I just love this and that about my life. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Like I could have walked through the woods just saying thank you instead of I am abundance and had the same result. Like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And really felt it with all of my heart. And that would have done the same thing. So I called it to me. Okay. So that was the first thing that I did, is I became the frequency. I held the frequency in my body. That's new coding. That's a new program now. I am abundance. It's not outside. It's inside. I am it. I am it. I am it. I am my own source of abundance. I am abundance. Okay. So that was the first thing I did. The second thing that I did is I affirmed every single day on my drive to work and home from work. I had about a 45, 50-minute drive to, and then again on the way home. And so I used that time. I turned off like any kind of distracting, like phone calls, shows, music, whatever was distracting me. And I used that time to better my life. I wrote down what I used to say. I would affirm my new reality by saying it out loud. And like within the woods, I would try to feel it, like put the emotion into it. So I would say, I no longer believe in the 9 to 5. I do not buy into this programming anymore. I see it for what it is, and I don't need it. I no longer participate. I am my own source of abundance. I am my own boss. I will be working for myself by, and then I would say like a year. I know it. I know it. I know it. I know it. And I would just say that for 45 minutes straight, Monday to Friday, twice a day, the drive there and home. I did it consistently, because that is how much I wanted to break free, is that it wasn't just a half effort. And that's what I meant at the beginning of the video when I said, you have to put effort in. You have to. That was the effort that I put in. Okay, so that's the second way, is to continually affirm your new reality to yourself. And what better time than on the way to a job that maybe you don't want to be at, right? So on the way there and on the way home. So then the third thing that I would do is take divine action, because once you're becoming very aligned now to this new reality of being your own source of abundance. Because like the first step where you're bringing that frequency in, you're becoming that frequency, you're holding it in your body. The second step, you're using all new coding, all of your new thoughts, words, beliefs, you're affirming it, you're speaking it out loud daily. All of that is aligning you. Okay. So now when you are in an aligned state and you take action, it's aligned action. So the third step then is to take action. When the ideas now come, because now you're going to start to have ideas, because you planted all these beautiful seeds within your body and in your mind about being your own boss and being your own source of abundance. If you do that for long enough, and plus holding that frequency, all of a sudden you're going to have these ideas coming in about how. The how starts to come through. Okay, well, I kind of have this idea for a business, or I have this skill and I could be offering it as a service, or I have a lot to share. I have a lot of wisdom and I could be talking about this on a certain platform and sharing my truths or sharing my story. When those ideas come through, that's when it's time to take action. Okay. Divine action will always be needed to make change, because we live in a physical world right now. Earth is physical. That means physical actions need to be taken. It's not just going to like poof, materialize into your life. All of a sudden you have this new abundant life because you did the first two steps. You can't forget about the action. That is a very important step. Okay. So you want to always be taking action from the aligned place, from that amazing feeling that you've been created within yourself, and never from fear. Because if you take action from a place of fear or scarcity, it's going to like set everything back. It's going to create more fear and scarcity. So before you go to take an action, pump yourself up with those amazing good feelings of gratitude and abundance that you know how to do now. Okay. So, and then take the action. So through becoming and holding that frequency, through changing your thoughts, your words, which will change your beliefs, through consistently confirming and affirming your new reality with your words, and then also through patrolling your thoughts for any sabotage, and then healing them, and then taking divine action. So all of those things together, that is the recipe to set yourself free. Okay, so, and that worked for me. So again, that's you become and you hold the frequency of abundance and gratitude. You change your thoughts and words, which will change your beliefs. You consistently confirm and affirm your new reality out loud. You patrol your thoughts for sabotage and you heal them. So you heal them. You don't berate yourself and make yourself feel bad for having thoughts that flow with the old programming. They're going to come up. They're coming up to be healed. It's a blessing. Whenever you find something within yourself that's triggered or that is not aligned with the way that you want to live your life, it's a blessing that it rose up so that you can see it and take it out. So if you had a thought that didn't align, like this is never going to work, then you could take that out and you could look at it and you could say, why do I believe it's not going to work? When I can look at this world and see millions of entrepreneurs, millions of lightworkers and starseeds living their passion, their truth, their highest timeline, and being very lucrative and abundant doing it. So why would I be the one person that can't do it? So obviously these doubts and my ego is fear. It's fear of the unplugging. It's the fear of moving out of something that's so sure, it feels so sure and secure, into something like the unknown, which feels like scary and wild. And the thing though is that we all know now, especially after like COVID has hit over and over and over again, that there really is no security in the 9-to-5 program. It's not security. It's an illusion. That's the other illusion, is the security part of it. Because we talked about the illusion being how it's the only way to make money. Well, here's another illusion tied to that program. is that it's secure and safe, and it's not at all. It could be everything, you can just get fired, your job can be taken, the world could shut down. I mean, look how many things have happened, right? So it's not. The most security that you will ever find is becoming your own source of abundance. That is security. No one can take that from you because you are it, right? And then the last thing was taking divine action. So that grouping of steps is what's going to do this for you, is what is going to set you free. You're going to leave the 9-to-5 behind. Okay. So it took me a year. It did. It took a full year. And I never gave up though. I didn't do this for 3 months and think, oh, it didn't work, and give up. I was going to do it as long as it took. And that doesn't mean it's going to take you a year. It could be way faster than that, way faster. I had a ton of fear, connected to it that I had to move through. So it really depends on how connected, how deeply ingrained, how much you have to heal and move through. But it took me a year, and I'm not ashamed of that. I never gave up. And now I'm living that dream that I was speaking in the car on the way to a job that I didn't want to be at. I was speaking my truth. I was speaking my new reality. I was bringing it, pulling it into existence with my words, with my coding, right? So those who stay at it, they stay with these steps and they stay excited about it, they will succeed, because you have to have the emotional alignment as well. So I can't wait to see the comments on this video. I know that was a lot. There's a lot to it. Let me know if you need a part 2. Let me know what parts you want clarity on. Do you want me to clarify, go deeper into something? Make sure that you watch the video after this one. You are the blueprint and the architect. I will link it up at the end of this video to make it super easy for you to just click on. But yeah, let me know how this hit home for you. What do you also, is there more that you need help with? Is it your limiting beliefs? I mean, what part of it do you need extra help with? We can continue on this path of setting you free, because it is so important that we do. We need all of the healers and the activators and the warriors and all of the starseeds and the light workers and the awakened souls to be on their highest timeline, where they are their own source of abundance, where they are stepping into their earth mission, because all of those highest timelines are what are going to create the new earth when they join together. So I want you out of the 3D timeline, up on your higher timeline, living this life of your dreams, setting yourself free so that we can set the rest of us free, all of the awakened souls that want to be set free and are ready. So it's super important. So again, just let me know down below what you need more help with, and I will go there. But I'm so grateful that we did this today. Check out the year energy report, the 2022 year energy report, which is where this video sprang from with all of the requests. Check out the I am the blueprint and the architect video. Other than that, if you are ready to move into your next level of your spiritual awakening and your spiritual growth and your gifts, think about joining the membership group. It's so powerful. We do an event every single week together, and it's so affordable. It's only $22 a month, and you get weekly events plus this beautiful community of advanced souls that are so supportive of one another. Plus you get access to communicating with all of them and myself. And then there's also this giant library within the membership of all of our past recorded events, things like healings, activations, guided astral missions, meditations, group readings, just so many things that are there, this beautiful library. When you first sign up, that you get to work through all of these videos, and then the live ones that happen every single week. So it's beyond valuable. And the price will definitely not last because it's too good. I'm definitely planning on changing that. I just haven't yet because I want as many people as possible to hear about it first before I raise the price, to get in on the ground level at the $22 a month. But I promise you, it's not going to last. So jump in now if you're really into that. And like I said, there's so much growth and expansion happening within the group because we power each other up in that group setting. It's really amazing. All right. That's all I'm going to say for today. Thank you so much for being here. And I just want to remind you, as always, listen to your heart and the quiet voice within, because you are so much more than the body you are in. Thank you, beautiful star seeds. Have a great day.